Journal Record editor Ted Streuli joins us to discuss other stories making news in business this week. Ted, a committee has okayed the design for a new office high-rise in Oklahoma City, but it did not come without controversy.
No, it didn't. This is 499 Sheridan, which will be a 27-story office tower with 2 adjacent parking garages. There was some concern over how that was going to affect traffic flow and parking. It also, raised some sentimental questions about the demolition of some long-standing buildings downtown, including the Union Bus Station and the building that houses Carpenter Square Theater, among the 9 buildings that will have to be torn down.
Renovations are underway at Fair Meadows Racetrack in Tulsa.
Yeah, they are. These are the first renovations Fair Meadows has had in about 20 years. They're going to open a restaurant and bar that are recreations of an old restaurant and bar that were torn down. They're also going to be adding some office space and sprucing up a few other things.
A bill has been pre-filed in the legislature to allow the sale of some assets of the Grand River Dam Authority. Tell us about that.
That's right. This is a Norman legislator who wants to do this. He wants to sell off $1 billion of GRDA assets and put that money into the education trust to fund classroom learning for a long time to come. Certainly there's some worry about selling off that much of the assets where they supply so much electricity to the state.
2 recent high-profile events have been a boon for Tulsa hotels.
Yeah, well, the well-publicized Garth Brooks comeback in Tulsa after 17 years, and his concert with his wife Trisha Yearwood sold out a lot of hotel rooms. And the same weekend, the Chili Bowl Nationals out at Expo Square also filled a lot of hotel rooms. That event's been around since '87 and fills to capacity for about 5 days in a row. So a huge weekend in Tulsa entertainment.
Absolutely. There's an effort underway to provide safe living conditions for senior women of limited means. What's that story?
Well, this involves a pretty substantial grant that they got to renovate a large building, and it's going to be able to house, I think, about 45 senior low-income women. They'll have 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartments of their own. Rent will only be $550 a month, and that will include 1 meal a day.
What are you working on for next week, Ted?
There's a plan to put an arcade in Bricktown called Brickopolis. And the people doing that have now said they also want to put in an 18-hole miniature golf course right in Bricktown. So we'll take a look at that in Monday's paper.
All right. Ted Streuli, editor of the Journal Record. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.